Hello everyone, my name is Alabasta. I post occasionally on YouTube. Not really good at editing though, so I don't really do it too often, but if you see me in game, uh, I'm usually running funny units or I'm running sweaty units because of my alliance. I've been playing this game for about 4.5 years. I'm part of a very old alliance called Blackhearts. You'll often see us with a little symbol in game. Um, our captain, Swirly, is an even older player than me. He should really do an account showcase, but I won't spoil. That's up to him. But today, I'm going to be showing off my account because I have sunk a lot of money, time, and effort into it, and I think some newer players who've come across this video might appreciate it, and some vets can shed some respect. Something I value in this game a lot more than other things is titles. I think titles are really cool. I think it's something kind of unique to OPBR. I fell in love with the aspect of working towards a little gimmick or trait or something the character is known for, and then you get to display it on your profile. It's just fun, and it's addicting to me personally. But a lot of new players, I get it. You start the game, you get the most overpowered unit out right now, and you just get their title. But that's not how I work. Throughout the years, I have tried to play and get all the units I unlocked their title. So we'll start at the beginning here. The very, very start, the dawn of time, we have Sharpshooter Usopp. Back in the day, he was one of the free units they gave you, and he was actually playable. That little Syrup Village Usopp with a little slingshot, you could play him. Seems inconceivable in today's game, but you know, it's this game's grown a lot, and I've seen it change throughout the years, for better and for worse. Um, Now I'll just scroll down without talking, and you can just scroll and try to guess who some of them are. Now, one last thing I want to touch base on with the titles is my opinion, the hardest one I have. This. This is you have to win 100 games in League Battle Mode with Gaimon. And Gaimon is a April Fool's joke character. Similar to the more recent Tomorrow Black or Fake Luffy, Gaimon was extremely bad when he came out. The best you could do was you could sit on the flag wailing in pain and nobody could hit you for a little bit, but smart players, higher rank, they're not going to play around with you. That was when Goldie Roger was out. And my second most difficult was the Blue Defender Crocodile. If you started this game, you probably have gotten him for free in some of your rookie challenges, but I have it glinted. Glint is something you can do in this game where you can do all the achievements possible for a certain character, and you will get their little shimmer title. It's kind of stupid, but for collectors who don't really have much to do a lot of the times in this game, it's sort of fun to try and get. What makes it special is that Glimmer didn't come out until I think Gear 5 was released, and if you wanted to get it for old units, you had to throw them back into League mode and do crazy things like earn a 7k score with them. Now, if you've ever played with these guys just for fun and solo battle, or have seen their skills, they are extremely slow, not invincible, and their traits are like the list of a size of like a toddler's book, compared to the traits that are like a full-length Harry Potter fucking book. All right, so we're talking serious business with the Glimmer. But moving on from that, we'll go on to my characters unlocked. Now, again, I'll just go silent, I'll scroll down, and you can just observe the sickening wailery. One thing I want to note, though, in my defense, I was in high school when I started this game, I had a part-time job, and I dedicated some of my paycheck every week or every month to growing my account at OPBR. If I had a second sense in me back then, I would have just saved that money for future purposes, but, you're young, and you don't think of it, and you think these little pixels are important. But, here I am showing it off to you today. So, here we are. yes, let me just note this. I have an entire EX that I just don't have leveled up or even touched. But that's the only one like that. Well, along with Blackbeard, but I don't really have them playable. Yep, there's Akainu. Even when I was in my whaling era, I got this guy free to play. So wasn't really too motivated to level him up. I think my metal set and my stats are the most optimal for him. I don't think being 6-star will change much. But when he gets a buff, we'll see. And I just recently got my hands on a Whitebeard. I got him on my first summon when it was re-release, and then I blew all my gems trying to get a second one, and you can see how that turned out. But, you know, I really like the character, I like his design in this game, so I'm going to enjoy playing when I get him 5-star. And now let's go to my medals. First, let's take a peek at my character ranking. Character ranking medals is when you rank top 500 3 seasons in a row, or not in a row, but just 3 seasons in general with a character. And this will give you guys a pretty good clue of the characters I like playing the most. Pell being one of them, with 22 of those. But, you know, I love blue defenders back when they were a little more fun, but they ruined the defender role with these new traits that they came out with the EX. Is what it is, you know, nothing I can do about it, but that was my go-to back in the day, but I tend to run around like everyone else these days. Except for Baby Boa. I hate Baby Boa. And if you hate her too, then bless your heart. But if you hate her and you run her, you're a coward. So just, you know, make that distinction, please. And now let's showcase my medal sets. If you're a newer player, keep an eye out for these. I've been playing a long time, and I've seen the best medal sets come and go, and this is my fully optimized, I believe, medal sets. If you don't mind spending $3 or $2, you can keep an eye out for the event medals that come back in the shop. Or if you're a vet, you already know. Now, your typical Luffy attack set, your crit set, got an attack runner set. This one I found really fun recently because most runners these days come out with the ability to kill, one-shot, and fight on equal footing with almost anyone, so you don't really need cap speed as bad anymore because you're going to be fighting a lot. That you're playing Bluto. But this one is my pride and joy, my Charlotte family set. I just love playing the red Katakuri. I really like Cracker, and I got that event Katakuri. So, makes for a very nice flashy appearance. Next is your typical, not typical, but your optimal skill 1 set. Now, this is still the undisputed best skill 1 set in the game. You get 4% skill 1 cooldown every time you're hit. Just when you're hit. It's broken, it's awesome. If you have that Kaido medal, this one, I highly recommend you run it with the other Kaidos in the game. My second favorite set, this took a lot of work, but you know, I love Frankie. Frankie's favorite Straw Hat, so you know I had to do it. I even boost forward the Furano Yusuke because I thought his design was extremely funny and powerful. And we got Wano Frankie, which is just the inverse of his default art, which I thought was hilarious. Kizaru. Now we got character ranked Kizaru with his year 1 event medal. I got this back when it came out, not on that pay to win shit. And I got the most recent one. My Shanks set. This one I like a lot because this is the OG of Paramount War Shanks medal. Even though it doesn't have the Paramount War tag on it, I'm pretty sure that panel of him is from that arc. But it's just, you know, get to show off an old medal. My King set and also my Roger set. if you see this come back in the shop, you don't mind throwing the bucks, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is extremely good because you get all this cap speed with these two, and then you get that full skill too, which is usually your more powerful skill. That's typically the trend with both units. I use it on my Dark Roger, and it is a beauty. My Jinbei set, nothing too special. You know, I could get a few more Jinbeis colored, but I really liked the Defender one when he came out. He was super viable, and I just thought his design was super cool. And my Jack. Oh man, Jack was like the modern day Lucci. The fact that you could turn into a mammoth and run around and stomp people, it was awesome. You know, just a really well designed unit, so I played the heck out of him. Akuma. Akuma's favorite character in One Piece, so I had to grind out his character. I don't have his title yet. He's really, really old, so it takes a lot of effort, but yeah, those are my medals. And now let's show off my favorite characters. I'll do this bit real quickly because we're already reaching the 12-minute mark, and nobody's gonna sit down and watch me rant about this Japanese mobile game for this long. So let's do it quickly. Favorite unit in the game: Awakened Form Rob Lucci. He is just so unfathomably fun. Calgera. This guy, man, this guy. If you've seen Calgera running around, he is always having a blast. 10 out of 10 unit. Great design. He looks so cool. Cracker. Cracker was a really fun pick. Before he got too popular, I thought he was really fun to run around with. I looked at him day one and thought, I'm going to play this guy. Raiden Onigashima Sanji. High skill, high reward character. Highly recommend. Blue Luffy. Sort of like the Rob Lucci, you got two different forms that you can switch between, two different basic attacks. Once he gets buffed, he'll be back in the meta again, and he'll be a blast to run alongside Lucci. And just quickly, they're not favorited, but I love Pell. I think Pell is the funnest unit they've ever designed, just based off literally nothing, because Pell was a random in One Piece. You know, he was just that background guy from Alabasta, but they turned him into a really fun unit, and I thought his design was awesome. Hakuba. Don't have much likes, don't have much experience on him, but Hakuba is just a demon. I have a nasty clip on him. I'll probably turn into a short after I upload this video. Hakuba is just beautiful. But with that, you know, we've been talking for a long time about this, and I think it's about time to wrap it up. If you enjoyed my account showcase, want to see any of these characters played, I will play anything. I do not care about losing. I'm just trying to have a good time and get some titles. So, with that, comment anything you liked, comment any character you want to see, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.